Yeah, what do you want to know?
Did you guys meet? We met at a friend's birthday party.
Is that friend here?
Wait,
No, he is in Texas because he doesn't love us
Marcel.
as much as y'all.
was playing music.
Here. Yes.
Thanks. Was that you?
It is. It's me. It's me.
I was like, wow.
Those are
you, have the,
like-
you have the soundtrack.
I wanted this to be really dramatic. No, it was at Marcel's birthday party. And,
Louder.
okay. We were at Marshall's birthday party last August. And a month and a half or so beforehand,
Who is this?
I had been at Marshall and Jill's house hosting a brunch, and Nick and Brittany were there. They just left. I think Christy was there, a couple other friends, and we were talking about my single life and how I wanted to meet somebody. And I was asking Christy about dating apps because she had success on the apps.
Please.
And then Brittany, I think, was the first one that said, like, well, or no, it was Andrew Tressler. It was, if you know Andrew, friend from Ben's college. He said, what about Ben? And Marshall's immediate reaction was, no. And then they started talking about him, and they're like, I don't know, it could work out, because Ben is serious but funny, and Heather likes to be serious and laugh, and yeah. And then I was like, well, no setups. Like, if we meet, it's fine. Like, that's, and that was the only time we talked about it. And then
Andrew Tressler has a note on his phone of ridiculous things that I've said throughout his time of knowing me, and he read them to Heather. So,
Yeah.
like, majorly surprised that you were like totally turned off.
Yeah.
Was it a red box?
He was just like, this guy's weird. All right.
Yeah. And later I learned some of those things were secondhand comedian. Like Tressler thought that you had said it, but it
I was
was
just quoting.
yeah, you were quoting somebody. So yeah. So then a month and a half later, at Marshall's birthday party, I showed up, and I was a little bit late and tired and stressed. And Andrew came over and said, hey, remember that guy we were telling you about? That's him over there. And I was like, well, when are you going to introduce me? And they're like, it's going to happen. And I walked past Ben in the kitchen, and I looked at him
And I had my eyes closed because I was.
drinking Topo Chico.
And Tressler goes, that girl that walked by, she just looked at you. And I went, okay. Cool. I just moved back from Alabama, which was like a pretty rough time for me. So I was like, just focus on you, like get your stuff together, figure it out.
Yeah.
And before Heather walked in, Tressler goes, hey, a girl's going to walk in. And I go, okay, sure. I guess you want my opinion on somebody who's weird because you think my opinion's weird. So like, who is this girl, right? And Heather walks in, and I go, seems like a normal, cool girl. And he goes, okay, well, you should just go talk to her. And little did I know
Yeah.
what would come of it.
Yeah, so I introduced myself, and I said, you're the only person I don't know at this party. That's a good pitch up a lot of
Well, so you made the first move, I suppose.
I suppose. Yeah, but then later... Yeah, we just ended up chatting, and... Ben got my number. Yeah.
At that party?
Say thank you. Thank you.
That night?
At that party. Yeah. No. He didn't really ask for my number.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Christy was there. Christy was there.
I said, she was like, oh, I want to put my song suggestion in the queue because we were throwing songs up on the TV. Like, I was like, oh. She was like, how'd you get yours up there? I was like, oh, I just texted it to Ben. And she was like, oh, I don't know his number. I was like, well, you should get his number.
I just realized. I did not realize.
They are trying to. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I am not a spot.
That's that. Entire different life.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And so,
That's why.
yeah, I handed my phone to Ben, at which point he texted himself on my phone. And so then he had my number.
And I had thought I'd made it clear, like, I'll just text it. And I said that.
Yeah.
I guess
I
you
just-
didn't hear me.
I was, like I said, I was making no assumptions.
So the evening goes on. We had talked, and
Yeah, I told some people earlier, we were talking about how we'd both been in theater in high school, and he was like, well, I played Lysander in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
thank you, Dad.
And I was like, I played Hermia in A Midsummer Night's Dream, which they're counterparts. Yeah, and so we just kind of were like, and then you went on to talk about being King of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, and I'm like, this guy's funny and outgoing and not afraid to be like, laugh at yourself, which was really big for me. Yeah, and then he got my number, and then I left the party thinking like, wow, I hope that guy texts me. And then I got home and he had texted me and said it was great to meet me. Sorry for stealing my number.
It's great to meet you.
And he was like, he goes like, let me know if you want to go climbing. And I'm like, yeah, right, I'm not letting you know. Like, I'm not making that mistake again. I was like, I am not initiating anything. Like, he has to ask me out. And so,
Yeah,
the next
you're like,
day-
we'll climb as friends. That was
yeah, I was just like, friends. He wants to climb as friends. Yeah. But then the next day, we had texting. You had talked to Fiona.
I had where
Fiona's inside, I think.
I just said she knows the whole story,
Yeah.
and I was like, I met Heather, and she goes, CrossFit Heather, and I go, yeah.
And I was like,
And so as the week goes on, I just say like, well, hey, rather than just like go climbing Saturday, like I can take you out on a date.
well, yeah, you said, yeah, you were super clear. You were like, hey, I want to hang out with you this week. When are you free?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then we set the climbing date. And then he was like,
'Cause I was like, don't just get murdered in the woods, you know what I mean? By this, like, vet me first a little bit.
yeah. So he's like, let's get dinner beforehand. I'm like, as friends.
And
Still as friends. And then he's like asking me about what I might want to do. And he said, I just want to take you on a casual but intentional date. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. It's a date. Yeah,
It's helping you work on that.
I'm so proud of you. Yeah, but
It was helping you work on that singleness.
yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah. So that was just really, really great. We went out to dinner.
we went to Givens and picked books out for each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, really great.
Well, did you get that one for you?
Yeah.
I like all of the books. I got okay.
Oh, that was a rough one.
She has a gutter this.
Okay.
No,
She did.
you picked Gilead for Lil,
By Marilyn Robinson.
and then I picked essays by John Muir.
Yeah. It was like this really beautiful collection of essays. And it
Have
was
you read all of those books?
He read
I have
Gilead.
been reading my books.
I read the
I've been with
first
my homework
essay.
at fine.
But I've since read Ender's Game. He gave me Ender's Game. I read that.
It's right.
Yeah.
would-
So, yeah, I recently got in Mindy Kaling. Why is everyone hanging out without me? He read that one.
Anybody? Anyone? A lot of Mindy fans here.
Anyways, yeah. So,
So then a week later, we were dating.
yep.
It was like, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Because we're both in our late 20s. Why?
That's really
the
what this is
ladle.
about him.
And then as time went on, it became really clear that life is way better and easier with this woman in my life than without her. And so then I talked to her mom and to Sean, wherever he may be. And I said, hey, thinking about marrying your daughter, marrying your sister. What do you think of that? And they both said, good. So a little over a month ago, I went and picked up a ring from Heather's mom and got the center diamond reset.
Yeah.
So there's a
Since I
lot.
was a teenager, I wanted my great aunt's ring, and it had the specific diamond that was in there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Ben picked that up, but I knew he wanted to make changes to it. So I was just convinced that he hadn't gotten the ring yet. When we were headed to New York, I was like, we're just going to like see where I used to live. I lived there for a long time, and
We'll pick up the ring.
yeah, we'll pick up the ring on the way.
Then we got to move quick because we're trying to get married.
Actually, tonight, so that's my 75% that. Great suggestion.
And so lots of sending you off the scent and making.
Oh yeah, the week before I was dog sitting at the Kunzingers, and we were chatting, and we're talking about New York. I showed him the itinerary for the weekend, and I said,
He wasn't over the house when no one was there.
Nah.
I mean, Finn was there. Oh, when I wasn't there, you mean?
Yeah, I can't.
The two of you went there alone, right?
Oh no, no, Finn.
That was only like supervision.
Y'all have the camera.
Yeah, the cameras, right?
Yeah, y'all check the tape.
The bear on the mantle.
Yeah.
Totally gets with you.
Totally.
Why did they have a teddy bear?
The teddy. Yeah, so I sent him the itinerary, like a little shared note in my phone. I was like, so we're going to do it in New York. And then I just said, what if you proposed in New York?
And I have the ring like ready to go, and I've been FaceTiming the photographer and like making plans and all this sort of stuff. And I go, no, that would have been really shoot.
Yeah, and then I'm like, don't worry, like, New York is special to me, but like, it's not really one of our spots. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
And I was like, well, we'll just have to get the ring.
Yeah, we'll just get the ring. Yeah, so we're driving up on Thursday, and I thought about asking my mom to see the original ring, and I was like, well, I'll see it on Monday. We're coming back through. I'll see it on Monday. It's fine.
But I'd already thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we made the lie, me and Heather's mom, that if she asked, we would say that she sent it to the jeweler to get it appraised.
Right.
And yeah, right? But it wasn't ready, so it'll be ready on the way back, so that we would know what it's worth and and can make all the adjustments. But thank goodness it didn't.
I did not. Yeah, because if you know my mom, she's not a good liar. So that would have given it away for sure. Yeah, but we went to New York. We hung out with friends. We were in my old neighborhood, Fort Greene, Brooklyn, and we went to a park that I used to go to all the time for 4 years, and my best friend was there, another friend from California, and then Emily, who was a photographer. But she's also my best friend's younger sister, so she was just bringing her camera along to take some pictures. No big deal. She always takes pictures with her big giant camera.
And you were suspicious at that point?
No, not at all. No, I believe.
Keep on.
You're not with a bunch of lies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Allie's getting a little pushy. She's like, let's go to the monument. Like, Heather, don't you want to show Ben the monument? I'm like, yeah, sure.
And it was like the president and the Secret Service, because Heather's just walking around looking at the tree.
Like, look at how
all this
beautiful
stuff.
this
And we're just
park is.
flanking her, like, ring in pocket, like, okay, T-minus.
Yeah, and Allie goes, Emily, maybe you could take some pictures for them. And Emily plays the annoyed younger sister, like, oh, when my sister asked me to take pictures. And I start feeling bad. I'm like, just a couple, it doesn't have to be long. So Emily's like, oh, it's fine. It's just when Allie asks me to. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and then she poses us in a few spots, and she's like, okay, well now, yeah, put your heads together and do this and do that. And then she's like, well.
And Heather's got her, oh no. Heather's got her head on my chest for the photo,
Yeah.
and my heart is pounding, like out of my chest. I'm like, she can hear it. Oh my gosh. Like the telltale heart, I'm like, ah. And so then our photographer goes, well, and I've been looking at her going like, are you ready? And she's like, yeah, because it's like, I don't want her to change lens or try and adjust something, you know what I mean? I'm like, it has to be perfect. And so she goes, well, I don't really have any other poses. Ben, do you? You have a pose that you want to do? As I get down on one knee, and
I'm like, silly.
I've pranked Heather a couple times. Like
Like, we're just talking in the kitchen, and he's like,
And I'm like,
Yeah. So
And so you go from, oh my gosh,
yeah, I go. Yeah. I'm like rolling my eyes,
pull the ring.
and then
We just missed
we
that.
just started.
Great.
Yeah. And then it was like frogs.
even when you went down on one knee.
She still did. I
didn't think it was
couldn't believe it. But then I saw the ring and I saw that it had been changed. And I was like, wow, you've been planning this and my friends are in on this. And yeah, then I was bawling. Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really sweet.
And then 3 New Yorkers clapped.
3 New York. Yeah.
Did you see those photos?
I didn't see them yet.
Emily has a photo of us like doing thumbs up to the guy and turn our backs going
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the people on the steps.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
So we did it.
Total.
Pulled it off.
And later I said, did I say yes? Did I say yes? He's like, yeah, did I ask you to marry me? I'm like, yes. We said the words. Okay. Yeah. So
We will now open the floor to any questions. Cross-examine the witnesses.
save the date, October 21st,
October 23rd.
2023. This year.
So yeah,
Yeah, so that's how it happened.
I'm glad we said it all in one. Now I don't have to like chase people down and go over all the details.